health overseas insurance varied by insurance company. Big values.
Yeah.
I just asked for the overseas insurance inside after custom. I just tried to ask for the insurance, but very expensive.
So if you go to the Netherlands, then you would buy insurance in the Netherlands, not in Japan?
No. Outside custom or inside custom, price is big difference. Inside the custom, very expensive. Outside custom is more cheaper.
So what do you mean by custom there?
Custom clearance. Custom clearance.
Custom clearance.
Yes.
So once you enter the country?
Yes, if you go outside the custom clearance, insurance, overseas health insurance is cheap. Whenever you get inside the custom clearance, insurance charges get now increased more than 30%. On the way to gate, you can find several terminals, right? That place is very expensive. If you want to join the insurance payment, you have better before checking in. This is different. I didn't recognize. Last time I paid a lot of money. Ridiculous.
So local insurance is a better deal.
Very what?
Local insurance, that's destination.
Local insurance.
It's better deal.
Better deal, you mean cheap, right?
Cheap.
Okay. So what's going on? I wake up.
You wake up.
So we talked about deductive reasoning. So Unno-san.
Huh? By the way, your voice is sounding. How come? Hounding.
Sounding.
Yeah, big hounding.
But he lives in a huge house, Dakara. It sounds very hollow.
Right?
Yeah,
Really?
it echoes.
Echoes, yeah.
Yeah. Huge echo.
Sorry.
He lives. His house is too big.
Really? Your micro.
It's not big.
Why so hounding?
No furniture.
Well, it's just how this room is designed. So I want to mention, the deductive reasoning is using the knowledge and information you have in order to understand or form an opinion about something. Inductive is using no facts.
The other way around, deductive.
No. Deductive is using the knowledge and information you have.
What did you say?
Yeah, so deduction is the premises are facts, known facts.
Premises known facts.
Yeah. So,
okay.
So for example, Socrates was a man. Socrates lived in Athens. Those are facts.
Yeah.
Then inductive becomes when most men in Athens had beards. So deduction would say probably Socrates had a beard. That is deduction. But it becomes of induction. That's induction, right? But if I would say Socrates is a man, that is a fact.
Yeah.
All men are mortal. That's a fact. I can deduce, therefore, Socrates is mortal, is a deduction.
Yeah, okay. So the deductive is we use the phrase therefore, right?
Therefore, yes, exactly.
Yes.
Therefore, yes.
In inductive, we use the phrase should be.
Exactly. So probably.
Probably. So, there's probability.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So therefore and probably. Okay.
Yeah.
And now we're going to the third one, right?
Yeah. So abduction.
Abduction.
So abduction is basically trying to falsify your deduction.
Falsify deduction.
Right.
Okay.
So basically, deduction is a probability, but if you want to strengthen the probability, is you're trying to falsify your conclusion based on your deduction. That is the most logical outcome.
Wait. You said inductive was probably.
Yeah, induction is probably.
So you just now said that deduction is probability.
Oh, sorry. No, if I said that, then I said it wrong because you're going to falsify your induction. Because if it is deducted, then there is no way in falsifying it because it's a truth.
Okay.
Yeah. So inductive conclusion is the most likely outcome. So two guys eating sushi, both get sick. Probably had bad sushi.
Yes.
So that is a deduction. That's the most likely occurrence. But you want to strengthen that conclusion by abduction. That is saying, okay, well, we cannot conclude that because there may have been a virus going on in the campus. So that is a counter argument that would falsify the conclusion of your deduction of a induction. Sorry, induction. So that is so use this process of abduction to come to a conclusion that is that can prove as a proof. So a police officer, a detective, for crime investigation, for example, always needs to use abduction to make sure that the conclusion of their deduction holds up in court. That means it needs that you need to abduct that and you need to falsify alternative possibilities that would falsify your deduction, the conclusion of your deduction.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So that is, and until proven guilty means that you need to build a very solid case. Otherwise, you are innocent until proven guilty. That makes the need for abduction extremely, extremely necessary. And this is why we have so many lawyers in the United States and not so many in Japan.
Okay.
All right, let's continue. So the point here, more or less, is basically this kind of like a game of induction, deduction, abduction is a way to substantiate and come to a conclusion, very often different from the Japanese culture.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but I forgot what the relevance of Cartesian skepticism was, and what do we need it. Mm-hmm. So, going back to induction and deduction. Descartes was looking for the core fundamental thing of what is real, what exists. And therefore he concluded that there is no such thing as an empirical truth because the reality is relative and cannot be objectively be established. The beliefs are not real. So ultimately he was doubting everything, and then he realized, oh, wait a minute, I doubt, therefore I think. My doubts are real, so I think, therefore I am. And so that is the basic deduction, or the foundational stone on which he built his reality. So he broke down the entire world. The most essential thing that, okay, the only thing that he could actually really prove that was 100% true was that he existed because he was thinking, therefore he existed. And from there on, he could build rebuild his view of the world again. So
What does apple mean?
Apple. So basically, if you have a basket with apples, right? You want to be sure that there is no rotten apple inside the basket, because one rotten apple will infect everything. So basically, if you want to be sure that that the apples will not rot, you need to make sure that the apples are all real. So basically, in order to find the bad apple, you cannot take a sample, one or two. You really need to get rid of all the apples and examine them one by one to know exactly what is true. So he was looking for the rotten apple and then start to drill down to the essence. So he started with a complete empty basket. He'll say, okay, what do I know for a fact? What can I really deduct about the reality? Is anything real? Is anything that exists? Does anything exist, or is everything a figment of my imagination?
Mm-hmm.
So, it started to rain. Come on.
How do you know?
I hear it.
Okay, heavy rain?
Heavy rain. Deduction. Deduction was only possible when he realized that he was having thoughts, and therefore he knew that he existed, and that was the basis on which he could build the rest of the world. That is typical for philosophy in Western world compared to Confucianism, that doesn't ask these kinds of questions, but it shows more of a road. Just follow these steps, and you will reach a stage of enlightenment, of becoming a true gentleman. Doesn't ask the essential questions, the existentialist questions. It provides guidance to people how to live a good life. It's an ethical element, more in line with not Socrates, but Aristotle. But these kind of questions, they are completely different from and actually more in line with Zen Buddhism.
Confucianism, they have no question.
Right.
Decisive.
Right.
Sun Tzu is also decisive.
Right.
Right.
So it's a different foundation in philosophy. They are. It's like a Bible, right? Bible doesn't really have questions either. It's just a guideline that this is how you should live. Just follow the Bible.
No question.
No question.
How Aristotle and all those era, what kind of method they try to write down on the plate?
Socratic.
On the plate?
How to? You mean on the plate?
Yeah. What kind of material?
So the rolls, ne?
Plank?
I think no. Actually, they used rolls.
Stone?
These papyrus. No, that's for longer ago. But
they don't have the paper. 2,500 years ago, they don't have.
2,500 years ago, they had paper.
No.
No?
No.
I think they used papyrus, no?
No. This is written down on the slate or some stone.
No, that's almost impossible because he wrote many books.
Stone.
Invention of paper. Let's Google it.
China is bamboo.はい、皆さんこんにちは、雲野です。今日はですね、雲野塾の研修のプログラムをご紹介したいと思います。 で、こういうふうなホームページありますけれども、ぜひですね、一度中身をご覧になっていただきたいと思います。今日は V キューブさんのスタジオに来て、この収録をしておりますので、中身はこういうふうになってて、今最近ホットなね、グローバルリーダーの定義など書いてあります。で、特に経団連が作成しました、留学すれば英語ができて専門性を持つというだけではですね、グローバルリーダーになれないと、ここに書いてありますようにですね、仕事ができる、専門性を持つ、英語ができるだけじゃなくてですね、私どもの塾ではリベラルアーツということと、それからもう一つは孫子の兵を、さらにはですね、日本の歴史というものを合わせて教えることによって、皆さんが海外の欧米の方々と、もしくは華僑圏の方々と正々堂々と渡り合えるような人物を育成しようというふうなことを考えております。ここに次のスライドが出ておりますけれども、ここに書いてありますのはですね、さらに、私どもの雲野塾の中身につきましてはですね、欧米の資料しか使っておりません。また実際に雲野塾は英語でやっておりますので、英語の講師が話しておりますけど、学習はですね、日本の歴史をまだ教えてますので、学習の午後はですね、日本のプログラムをしております。で、以前はこれ有料だったので、今はですね、実際に会場費も取っていただいておりませんで、毎回5000円ということで、朝9時から午後5時までやっておりますので、ぜひ皆さんですね、ご検討の上ご参加いただければと。英語のできない方もですね、学習の午後、こういうふうな検証をしておりますので、ぜひご参加いただければというふうに思っておりますので、よろしくお願いします。で、ここにさらにですね、グループ討議とか実務の勘どころを教えると書いてありますけど、実際には私が10年ほどですね、欧米の新聞とか雑誌等をですね、集めてきた、もともと英語のベースでございますので、そうしたものをですね、50セッションのテーマに分けて資料作成をしております。そういうことで、世界のオペレーション、もしくはカントリーリスクも含めてですね、しかも世界のトップの方々に対しても、いろいろな分析とか洞察をしてですね、議論をしております。そういったことも含めてですね、今後ともよろしくお願いしたいと思います。以上で私の挨拶を終えますが、今回のこのビデオの収録にあたってはですね、V キューブさんのスタジオをお借りしてですね、お時間を頂戴して、このビデオを作成させていただきました。よろしくお願いします。どうもありがとうございました。